Okay, so here we are set up next to our Franzen automatic chain grinder. Like I said, we sharpen pretty close to 1,000 chains a year, and we have been doing it all by hand, or Dad has, with a bench grinder. As we keep growing the business and we start offering more and more services, we really like our arborists and tree customers to be happy, so we decided to invest in this piece of equipment to really help us get that accuracy. We have the ability to sharpen from 1/4 inch pico micro chain, little bitty tiny stuff on some of your battery powered saws, all the way up to 3/4 inch sawmill chain. There's not a lot of that around town, but we do have the ability to sharpen it now if we get the correct stones and some other attachments for this machine. As it's set up now, we can go through all of the main sizes of saws and chains that we're going to see in the Kansas market, from 12 inch all the way up to 36 inch. We can do 41 inch 404 for the big saws, so on and so forth. So what I'm going to do is set up a chain on here and kind of show you how easy this just works. So we've got just a standard 3/8 steel chain. This is a 25 inch chain for some of the mid-size saws. So really all I have to do is I have to count the number of links or teeth that are in this chain. I'll input that into the screen and then hook it on the machine. Okay, so I've counted the number of cutter teeth that are in the chain, not the amount of drive links. I'm going to come down here and start typing in 40, 41, 42. It's just off of place values. Hit set. So now I'm going to come here. I'm going to adjust the chain rollers to where this just hooks over that chain. Pull down on the spring-loaded tensioner and then roll it into this guide wheel. And pull it as I go. It's set up here on top. So I'm going to take this raker depth gauge, lay it across the teeth, and I'm looking for that raker or that dog to be sticking up over the top of this point. That's how we know that that raker needs to be ground down, or if you had a hand file, that's where you would do it there. Got that set. Bring down this feeder arm, and I'm going to adjust that a little bit for the height of this tooth, so that it's not dragging across the top of that tooth, but just right up against it. About right there. Okay, so I've got that set. I'm gonna go to manual mode. We're gonna feed it forward. And I have to adjust this. Here is just the amount of feed that it's gonna send it out. I have to adjust that to 3/8 instead of 325 pitch. We're working with a 3/8 chain. Set that there. Bring the feed arm back. It grabs the next tooth. I'm going to get this out of the way. Feed that forward. And we're just verifying that it's grabbing each tooth correctly and it's not missing a tooth and we're not hitting our stone. So from there, I've got it set. The machine automatically senses where it's going to go, which side of the tooth it's on. So I'm going to send that down. Back this up a little bit. And now I can just start making adjustments with the adjustment wheels. There's one up here for the depth that it goes down into the cutter. I've got one here, how far in we're grinding on that top plate. And then I've got adjustments over here for the depth motor that grinds the rakers. So I'm just going to start tweaking and adjusting on this till it gets to about where I want it. We're going to make sure that's dragging across that tooth just a little bit. We don't need it to be taking a whole lot off. One of the big advantages to this machine is it's a lot more accurate. So we don't take as much off of the cutter tooth, and we don't risk burning the cutter near as bad. So now we've switched the cutter on the other side. It's a little bit aggressive on that, so I'll back that off. Okay, now I'm happy with that. We'll adjust the depth motor now. A couple of different adjustments. Can back it out. I can raise it up and down. Once I get it in there, we're going to take just the top of that off. I've got my teeth set. Auto, depth gauge on, start. So now I'm just going to watch it and see if I need to make any final adjustments. We need to come in a little more on the depth of, we're grinding the top plate. So this is going to even the chain out from left to right on each side of the cutter. A lot of times when you sharpen or hand file a chain, you don't get it even. Now your saw is going to cut crooked. But this machine is so accurate that it's going to keep it even and balanced left to right. So I can see that we're getting a pretty good grind on that tooth. We're going to check both sides of it. A little more in on that one. Once I get this fine adjustment made, now I come down here, I hit reset on the counter, and it's going to sharpen every single tooth the same from there on. Now we can just walk away and go back to helping customers at the counter, or if the mechanics were using it, they could go back and get back to work on the piece of equipment. So it's just a lot more efficient. It's one of those ways that we're trying to really increase our service offerings that we have here at Rental Ranch. If you'd like to come see this machine work, we'd be more than glad to have you come back here and we'll show you, and you can stand here and watch it work. We do offer chain sharpening while you wait for those customers that need that chain right away. And if you've got large bulk quantities, 20, 30, 50, 100 chains, we can do those too. So give us a call at 316-838-4211 or visit us on the web at rentalranchwichita.com.